Hi, this is Wesley, and I would like to welcome you to the Underground Geek Shack. Hey, do you want to know something? Today, I'm coming in solo not to talk about an anime. I'm here to talk about a book, specifically Aru Shah and the End of Time by Roshni Shakshi. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I really hope I am. This book is a really good book. If you haven't read this book, this is the first book, mind you. This is the first. I don't know how long the series for Aru Shah is, but this is the first book, and I have enjoyed it. It deals with Hindu mythology, which is from India, and India is a really big place. Trust me, I had to look it up. But like with Aru, so let's talk about Aru Shah, right? Aru Shah is a liar. It's weird for me to say that, but Aru is a liar, and there's a point in time where she is trying to become popular with some popular kids at her school, and I think they're about to go on break or whatever, and they end up coming to Aru's home, which she lives in a museum, and they're like, "Oh, if you want to be popular, I bet you won't light this lamp." And Aru is like, "You know what? I'll light it anyway." And so she lights the lamp, and then apparently it almost brings about the end of the world because it lets out this thing known as the sleeper. And when that happens, everything stops like completely. Like the world itself literally stops. And so that happens. The sleeper apparently knows Aru, and then we have this thing where we have this bird, and it's a god apparently, and Aru gives it the nickname Boo. And it's interesting because, Aru was essentially a reincarnation of one of the Pandava brothers. And it's interesting because apparently with the Pandava brothers, they all had one wife. They all had to share her, I believe. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I haven't really looked that much into it. I'm going based off of memory from the book. But like we get to meet Boo, who was a god, who was technically an enemy of the Pandavas at first, and then apparently he's trying to atone for what he did back then. So now he's more like a guide to the reincarnation of the Pandavas. So we meet Aru, and then we meet this other Pandava known it's Minnie. And so basically, instead of it being the Pandava brothers, it's the Pandava sisters. And so it's funny because with Minnie is like kind of like a bookworm, and but it's like she's a bookworm of things knowledgeable and then things that you didn't really need to know. And it's just like, come on, Minnie, what's going on here? But like the world building in and of itself, of jumping from stuff that happens in the real world to stuff that happens in the spiritual world or within the realm of the gods, because then you figure out, oh, you go through this thing known as a god bless. Hi, this is Editor Wes. I'm stepping in real quick to talk about something that past Wes is a little bit confused on. It's the claiming. The gods sit there and acknowledge to see if you are actually their child. And Minnie gets claimed as the daughter of death. Is Dharmaraja. Dharmaraja is the Lord of Death and Justice. And Aru gets claimed, I think, is the daughter of lightning. Indra, the king of heaven and the god of thunder and lightning. But like the weapons, like there's a weapon that Aru has, because like they have to get it forged. They have to make their own weapons in order to combat the sleeper and his growing army or any other monsters that they come across. And so one of the like this thing that Aru has is literally a bouncy ball. And so like if she throws it, it'll come back to her in her pocket. And like and Minnie has like this little compact mirror, and like she can use it for different things. It can translate different things. Like if they ever went to the underworld, and it would translate what's like being said between this one dude who's dead and this other dude. And like it's really good, and the humor in here is like really good. I think Roshni Shakshi did a really good job with not only explaining how the world works within her book, but also the way that it gives me like the way how you're able to figure out what's going on between the realm of the gods and the human world. And like they're like the four seasons, like you wouldn't actually think, oh, these are actually spirits, these are actually, you know, summer, spring, autumn, winter. You wouldn't think that these things actually have personality. And it's interesting because like when they get to, when you get to read about it or when you get to see it, it's cool because it's like they take on these forms, and it's like, oh well, I made this, oh well, I made this. And it's like kind of like they're trying to compete against each other for the affection of Aru and Minnie. And the way that Aru gets around it is like trying to make it seem like, oh, like they're like really important. And then Aru is like, oh, well, if Minnie doesn't like it, then we won't accept it. If I don't like it, then we're definitely not going to accept it. And so it throws the seasons into like a frantic, and they're like, oh no, oh no, oh no, please, 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 you need to take this. I implore you, take this. And, you know, it's cool. And then like when you, and then there's a moment where like there's like something mysterious happens, and I'm not gonna try and spoil this entire book for you, just because if you haven't read it, I would encourage you to go read it. But there's a moment that happens within this book, and the realization that you get, you're like, whoa, that's a new twist onto something I did not know. And the humor that happens, the humor is good. I'm not gonna lie, the humor in here is good. It gives me vibes of like Percy Jackson, and I'm like, okay, I'm in for it. So I'm a continue to read our, like, see where Aru's journey takes her, cuz this first book literally had me, and I'm gonna go and figure out what else this book has to offer. I'm gonna see what else, where Aru's journey takes her, and how many other siblings we can actually encounter, because we encounter two of them so far within this book, and I want to know what else is going on, what the big bad villain actually have that's going on in the background. Like, how does this whole series wrap up? And I'm in it. I'm in it now. I'm in it for the long haul. I just need to go ahead and get the second book for this. But with that being said, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you have read Aru Shah and the End of Time, and what is your favorite moment from Aru Shah and the End of Time. I'm gonna do a quick plug-in right here. If you want to read or check out my book, Not Human, then go ahead. It is on Amazon. It is a collection of 10 short stories ranging from different people's lives and how they can the obstacles that they face and how they can overcome them. Check it out now. It's at Amazon, Books A Million, anywhere books are sold. Go out, buy yourself a copy, and let me know in the comments if you've read Not Human, along with have you checked out Aru in the End of Time. Thanks, and I hope you've enjoyed your visit to the Underground Geek Shack. See you guys.